evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my first Instagram Live putting lesson. I'm here with my crew. It's my husband, Mike, who's holding the camera. Thank you for your assistance, producer, and everything. I'm sure I'll be hearing comments. But he actually will be feeding me some questions that's coming in through this lesson, I hope. So it's really a mom and pop show, but hopefully you find these golf tips to be professional. So, putting. I thought during these tough times where we're hanging out at home, maybe there's not a lot of room other than maybe putting. So take a break from your daily activity and kind of clear your mind, get your putter out. If you want, there are really no rules to this lesson other than have some fun, relax, maybe grab your putter and be part of the show. So let's start with basics, and then we can talk a little bit about maybe lag putting. We can talk about what it's like to deal with pressure, maybe just, some of the routines to work on your putting. But please feel free to join in with your questions. It's fun when we have this interactive show. I feel a little bit alone on this side of the camera. But a few basics in putting. First of all, there's really no right or wrong as far as the grip goes, because I think that you need to hold the putter the way it feels comfortable. Using our wrist. Here in putting, hands, palm of your hands, which means you will use literally no wrists. I want you to rock with your shoulder. And if you're home and you kind of stepped away from the office and you feel like standing up, getting a little active, just kind of take your setup and let your arms hang relaxed from your shoulders. Are you relaxed? Good.
Yes.
Good, thank you. And then you cross your hands like this. What that does is it prevents you just from moving your arms and hands. It will activate your shoulders. Something a good rhythm.
Pausing due to a poor connection. But, oh well.
Okay, but we'll keep on going. Hopefully you can. Number 2, it's obviously important to have good balance, have a good posture. Alignment is a question I get a lot. Well, first of all, the most important part is the club head. I'm using an Odyssey, thanks to Callaway, thank you very much. But you line up the club head to the target. And I like to say that every putt is straight. You probably have a lot of undulation straight at the hole, whether the line is 2 cups to the right or maybe 3 feet to the left. It's a straight putt to that line. And then the undulation or the slopes of the green will make your putt turn. So you line up with your putter. I'm not taking this putt yet, but I'm going to line up to the hole, and then I set up my body. So club head first, everybody. Shoulders number 2 are your feet. I play in a lot of pro, and all they do is they set up with their feet first, and then they put down the club head. I like to say that your aim with this putter is what drives where your setup will be. So quickly, once again, are you staying with me, everybody? Club head, arms hanging, I feel really relaxed. And then you take a stroke again using your shoulders. Boom, boom.
Bang.
Okay. So that was talking about posture, talking about alignment. There's a few other things you might want to think about. And that is, where should you have your eyes? Where should the eyes be over the ball? Should they be inside the line? Or should they be outside the line? Well, I prefer having my eyes right over the ball, because that way I can see in the line better. And if you don't know how to test that, the best way is to take a spare ball, get in your position, and your setup position, take the spare ball and put it right over your eye like this, and then just drop it. And the reason why I say that is if you're too far away, I'm just going to demonstrate what it would look like, is your putter gets way down on the heel and you drop it you now have a different type of line. And the same thing if you were standing too close and your eyes are on this side of the ball. So anyway, something else to think about. And if you're still with me, let's just talk. Hit a shot, we hit a drive, we hit an iron. We don't hit a putt, we roll a putt. You want the ball to roll nicely. And a good way is just to take a little longer target and really feel like the ball is rolling. And that really comes into lag putting, really feeling solid contact.
We shut your internet off.
So, thank everybody.
I'm gonna try to from cutting out. 1 second.
I think it's working better.
All right, we're back. Guess who's back?
We're back. Okay.
Mama's back.
We're talking putting. We're talking long putting.
We had a question about lag putting.
Lag putting. Okay, let's do it. When lag putting is obviously about control. It's about speed control, having a solid hit every time. If you hit in the center every time, we talked about it's not about hitting a putt, it's rolling a putt. So it actually matters how hard you grip the putter here, the grip pressure. Feel like you have a solid contact, but don't grip it too hard, because if you grip too hard, you're going to have tension in your forearms and tension in your shoulders, and it's hard to have that feel. And I can tell you, when I played in the 2003 Bank of America Colonial, I was very nervous. I had a lot of internal pressure and I felt I was squeezing my putter too hard. So, thank you. He's also, well, you're also my wardrobe expert over here. So I was squeezing the putter too hard and I lost my control, my feel on the greens. So that's one of the lessons I learned from Colonial, was to make sure that I have the right grip. So, let's do it, everybody. Let's set up for a long putt. I got a blue flag over there. I'm going to take a few practice strokes, and again, the same type setup I mentioned before. Arms are relaxed, shoulders. You line up with the cup face, the shoulders. And let's see here. Solid, smooth stroke. Boom, boom. Really all working, trying to get the right speed. And today we have a little windy day, so...
Yeah, I was just told to shield the microphone, so I'll try to hide it down here.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I'm going to putt a little bit and get a feel for what I need to do, trying to find the line. And you can see on the lag putt how important it is to extend to the target. And this is obviously one drill where you take a hole and you practice back and forth. But if you don't have a cup like this, what I like to do is, and I used to do this on tour, when I got to a tournament and the putting green was very busy, I would take a few golf balls just like this, and instead of putting to a hole, I will putt to an edge. So my goal here is, obviously I can't make it, but the goal is to putt it as close as possible to the edge here. So I'm going to pick one here. Obviously it's just forward, but it's all about finding the speed like that. Oh, hit that a little hard. A little adrenaline pumping today. Let's go a little further out. Go 1, 2, and just trying to hit it as close as possible to the edge. Or you might find a hole on its way. Whatever works, but the idea is to find different targets, different lengths, and really work on your speed. And again, the key to good lag putting is to have good tempo. You see some professionals, they work with a metronome, finding their rhythm, but as long as you keep it the same. And the other thing I want to talk about lag putting is, I like to say that the longer backswing, the longer the putt, because you always want to make sure that you accelerate through. And that's not just on long putts, really. It's actually on any putts. Accelerate through, because that's where you get that nice roll. You know, sometimes you have a tendency to take a very long swing and then stop. Then you get the ball to jump a little bit, and then it won't keep its line for a long period of time. So a few things to think about. So that was lag putting. That was some of the basics of putting. We talked about alignment. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts on here, what I could share more with you. Unless, Mike, do you have any questions so I can get back on track?
How about your routine? Been asked about your putting routine.
My putting routine. Very good question. Thank you very much. I like to say that I have the same routine, whether it's putting or whether it's chipping or whether it's hitting. It's 24 seconds. I know that sounds very precise, but it was very precise. I wanted to make sure I did the same thing over and over, because that's how you help dealing with nerves or dealing with pressure is to doing one motion all the time. So what I would do in putting, let's kind of go back here a little bit, pretend I'm just approaching the screen. And so I would come up here. And another thing you might want to think about when you walk up to the green, use that time effectively. You know, feel the line with your feet. You can feel if it's uphill, you can feel if it's soft, you can feel if there's some undulation. So, you know, kind of use all your senses. But what I like to do is I like to read my line where the ball is between me and the hole, and I will sit down like this and read it. And what do I look for? Well, I look for highs and I look for lows. I look for dark grass, light grass, because when you play golf in Florida especially, you have the Bermuda and you can see if the grass grow with you, or I should say with me this way and against me this way.
So when it's going with you, it's a little shinier, right? A little lighter?
There, yeah. And if it's into, the grass is growing like this, a little slower, and that's why it's darker. So in this case, we have artificial grass, so I don't have to worry about it on this particular time, but I can still see the highs and the lows, and we see a little more height on the right and on the low side. And also when you're on the golf course, look for water. Everything runs to the water. So in this case, I'm going to aim a little bit right to left. And what I do is before I go and set up to the ball, I will do a practice stroke. I look at the hole and get my feel. I'm doing my stroke, pretending I'm hitting, getting the feel for it. Because once I step up to this ball, I'm going to do it exactly what I did here. Because this area behind here is really what I call the think box. This is where I think. Everybody, think about how long is your putt, how much is it breaking, all the different things you want to think about here. Maybe you have a good vision. Maybe you even hear the ball go in the hole. But once I move over this line that I've created, I call it the play box, the execution box. So I'm going to get in my execution box, and that's when I'm executing. I'm not thinking about the shot. This is where you execute the decision you made in that think box. And the reason why I want to have two different boxes or definition line is so that people don't go over in the play box and then they mix up their thoughts and then they don't really know what to do. I see a lot of people play in the think box, but I see even more people that think in the play box. So I'm going to play in my play box. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to line up. I have a target, trust my feel, and hit it. And once that ball is rolling, there's really nothing you can do about it. Now you can relax, go up and find it, and put it in. And I will do the same routine again.
So where do you put the ball in your stance was a question.
The ball in my stance. Okay, well, we need to get a ball first. So here, we got a ball. Well, again, some people like to have the hands way in front. I think it's important to have them a little bit in front. I've always struggled with having my hands a little far back. And if you have your hands in, a little behind, you see how you create some loft. And sometimes that means that the ball would jump a little bit more early. But if you put the ball more in the center and have your hands, I'm just going to start with my left hand because I really like this question. Thank you very much. You have your hands in front, and some people talk about leading it with your left. You lead it with your left and keeping it very low. So that's why I don't want to have the ball too much forward, because I come like this and it becomes a little bit of a scoopy type of move. The same thing if you have it here, you're going to come down and you'll be hitting on it. Remember, we're rolling the putt. So if you just want to try that, you can keep it here, go back, and putt with one arm, just like that.
And how much forward press would you suggest?
I think a little forward press. Some people set up with a lot of forward press and then they go. Some players set up with little, and then that's kind of their trigger, forward press, and then they go. So it's really something you have to feel what works for you, and that's why I do recommend having some loft on the putter, because you have it with your leading hand, and then that hand leads to it. You can see there's not too much loft on that putter. But that leads me to another thing, if I can just do a B on that question, is putting is all about balance. You want to make sure you have good balance. And solid putters don't move their body around. They stand still. So you want to have a solid base with your legs and your hip, and really feel like, again, rocking the shoulders back and forth. If you start moving a little laterally, a little dance move, it's gonna make it harder for you to come in consistently to the ball. So I recommend you stand very solid with your, with your legs, and just rock your shoulders. And if you still wonder if you're doing it correctly, what you can do is just stand on one leg and really feel like it. Before I hit, I'm going to show you. You really have to have good balance, and this is something you can work out at home actually. Stand on one leg, you're now engaging your core, and you have to have good balance and good rhythm.
So how do you look at the hole, and how long do you keep your head down after you hit the ball?
Another good question. It's all about standing still. So if you start moving your head to see and to hear where, where is the ball going, I recommend that a good little advice is to hit the ball or roll the ball, and once you putt or get past your left foot, you can look up, because then you've already done the stroke. So if you are a lefty, the same thing there. You putt.
Here, I'm gonna get over here.
Right.
I think the wind's bad again. So if you want to stand on this side.
Okay.
Do you have any preferred drills?
Oh, I think drills are great. I love drills. Drills is a great way for the body to learn, or the muscle to get a good feel what to do, and then you put it into action. So use tees. I have a bunch of tees. If you're working on drills for speed, I will put some tees around the hole, which I'm happy to show you. I got some tees right here. Just put them around the hole for speed. About 18 inches or so around. And you can start with 10 footers, go to 20 feet, go to 30 feet, and 40 feet, and putt. Make sure you get past the hole, but it stays within the circle. Very, very easy. Those are for lagging putts, but also, to make sure that, the speed is good.
In the second or two you're over a putt, do you have any actual thoughts?
Thoughts over, I think that the less we thinking off, the better. I like to do all my thinking in the think box, and when I'm over the ball in my play box, I'm going to execute my decision. So, no, I really don't have a lot of other thoughts than just doing what I had in mind to do.
How about, I've seen you do that push it into the hole routine. Is that for acceleration?
For acceleration, for short putts, these little ones can sometimes be a little tricky. They can be a little, a little shaky like this. So what we do when we get shaky, we have a tendency to just kind of stab our putts. And this is really a good drill to feel like you're accelerating through the target. So you start at a very short, comfortable distance. You line up, normal, and instead of having a backswing, you really just have a follow through, push it to the target. Do this a few times and you will feel how solid your hits are going to be, and it will hold its line a lot better, and it's going to the target. And when you feel comfortable, from this distance with 5 different putts, maybe, extend it another foot or two and see how, but it doesn't mean I'm telling you to play in a tournament with no backswing. This is just a drill, to clarify, a drill to accelerate through.
When you're lining up a putt, do you pick a spot, a target on the green?
I do very much so. So if I was reading a putt here, again, my routine is to be behind the ball. I would look and I would pick a spot, a lighter green area, maybe something that looks a little different than the other. And when I line up, I will set my putter head first to that, what we call intermediate target. Look at that one, and then take my setup, and then putt.
Yeah.
So.
How about any tips? It could be for us choppers too, playing in a member guest or something. When you get nervous, you finally have that putt that means something where your ball counts. How do you deal with those nerves?
Those are the most fun putts. So I think a good putter has good technique. A good putter has a lot of feel. And when you come down the stretch, you have to believe in yourself. You have to trust yourself. You might have to go back and remember some good putts you made in the past, so it reinforces that positive feeling. But you have to, when you're over the ball, pick that line, trust it, and then go from there. And then hopefully you have a good partner, then you're all set.
Do you use the line on your Callaway ball to help you line them up?
I have, and then I have not. I've done both. I have tried all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's all about making a lot of putts.
You want to show?
So, you know, you see some players, they would mark it with a special line, you know, a little, or maybe even just use the chevron to line up the direction. If you do that, I recommend that you are precise, because if you don't do it precisely, it really doesn't matter. So that's total personal preference. Give it a try. But nowadays, you know, you have these putters, you have all these different lines, different ways to help you. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Charlotta noticed at the father-son tournament that you were putting your line down, aiming a little bit crooked.
Yes, I was told, so I stopped doing it. So even if you play a lot, or if you play a little, or if you're professional, we all make mistakes. We all need to go back to basics. So that's when I realized that if I'm going to do it, I better do it right.
Very good.
Oh, what's next? What am I
Any
missing?
more questions?
Any more? What can I? As far as the
look
length
down
of the putter,
here.
maybe little.
Yeah, you can talk about that.
Yeah. Well, again, it's kind of going back to basics. You want to make sure that your hands are hanging freely. So you don't want to have a putter that's too short where you're bending and you get, you know, this type of angles in your elbows. You want to make sure it's the less moving parts you have. I would say in general in golf is really good, because you need to be able to repeat it under pressure. So the putter in this case, I mean, it's a 33, 34 inch, and it's just kind of hanging nicely. So if you're a taller person, I would certainly get a putter that's a little longer, and if you're a little shorter and have a shorter setup, I would make sure your putter is a little shorter. But other than that, it's about feel, it's about look. You need to be comfortable. You know, they say you drive for show, but you putt for dough.
Do you know why I push my putts to the right?
I wish I could help you, other than it could be that you're aiming too much to the left, and then your body knows it and you compensate by pushing it to the right. Maybe you're moving your body, you know, moving here, and that's one thing today, as you can see, it's very windy here in Florida. You want to make sure that you can stand still. So on a windy day, you'll be surprised that even putts move, and even you might lose your balance. So I'm not saying you're losing your balance every time you're putting, but it could be you're pushing it out because either the wind or, again, maybe you're aiming too much left.
You've told me before that I cut my putts when it doesn't feel like it at all to me. Can you show kind of what that looks like?
Yeah,
I assume just chopping across it.
Yeah, well, I've tried to help you many times, Mike, so...
I don't listen so much. I don't want to waste your time.
But what we have tried is we have put down a club. No, I don't have one, but we put down a club. Let's go this way and make sure that you cut along a club so you can see the line, because a lot of times it's hard with your eye line. So you can do that and really feel like the putter is going along the side here. And if you're really still pushing it, you can grab your tees, and now again we have this artificial green. It actually works quite well. You can start by putting some tees down. I get one more. You can create this little pad.
Oops. Wait.
Where am I going?
I accidentally reversed it. Here.
Did you
Sorry.
smile? Did you smile?
I forgot to smile.
Did you forget to smile? You can create something like this where you take the putter through. You gotta make sure it's wide enough. That's a little tight. That's maybe what you do in lesson number 10. But in lesson number 1, we're just gonna be sure. So, Mike, is that about correct, you think?
Yeah.
So you take
You're gonna hit the back one, but
Which one? This one?
it's a little, yeah. Okay.
We're being generous on our first lesson. You take it back.
Okay.
So if you happen to be cutting your putt, you know, a lot of people, they take it in and then coming over, or in your case, Mike, a lot of times it's out and in. If you ever do that, I would hit the tee. So this is something you can easily set up on your own and practice. Okay.
There you go.
you stay safe, stay healthy, and good luck with your putting. And see you next time.
One more, sorry. They said you are easier on the eyes. I like that. I agree. On short putts, do you play less break and hit them firm, or more break and dive them into the hole?
Wow, that's a good one. I like to say I have the same speed. I was taught to have finished 18 inches past the hole is your speed. But if you are a straight putter, then obviously you want to hit it firmer. But since we're talking about breaking putts, let me show you. Come over here, let me show you. When we have big breaking putts, let's just assume it's breaking from here left to right. And I'm over there. I don't know if you can see me, but the line might originally look like it's coming in here, but it's breaking, so really the center of the hole might be here. So really think of it as this is the center and not that on breaking putts. I hope I didn't confuse you with my last one, but something to think about.
Very good. Good work, sweetie. So long.
We're clowns. Oh, 28.
I could have gone longer.
Oh.
Now what? There's a spot to save. But she said there's a...
Oh, you sure you want?
Hey. So just hit end now.